Well, this is the GameLab. It's a place where creative companies are based, basically, in the heart of Amsterdam. I'm the CTO of this studio, Radical Graphics Studios. We are located here in the GameLab. We are a startup that started like 4 years ago. We come from the AAA industry, the video games. You probably played already a game that we work on, not as a Radical Graphics, but you know, in our former lives. This is a nice picture of the eye. This is not still built, but it's the future. We are there right now. This is the Radical Graphics. We are in the game studio. We make gamification, we make video games, and we make apps. We combine the three of them, and then we can make gamified apps, things like that. We produce serious games, and we are a studio work for hire at the moment. That means that we work with, well, right now we work with a couple of NGOs, making games for, serious games for promoting peace in Yemen, for example, stuff like that. We are dealing with a Spanish candy factory to get an agreement to make games for their marketing efforts. Very interesting as well. And well, basically you will know that everyone wants to play games lately because everyone has a mobile phone in their hands, so it's a very big opportunity. GameLab, very nice old building, the old shell building, renovated and everything. Haunted house. There are rumors of being haunted. I don't believe so, but anyways. And this is the GameLab. As I said before, it's a creative space in the heart of Amsterdam. Very interesting. We are 5 minutes, you know, from Central Station. It's a community of like-minded people. As you know, it's a place where creative companies are. So basically, we are all small companies, small, medium companies with young people, not really, maybe, at least young in spirit. It's pretty big, 5,000 square meters. There are millions of events. There are workshops, community collaborations, university collaborations. Super interesting for us game developers because we always need to talk to people to play our games. Right now in GameLab there are several, as they call them, labs related to several topics like innovative topics like virtual reality, robotics lab, visual design lab, blockchain lab, music lab, and the latest one, GameLab, which is what I'm trying to explain here. What's the GameLab? Well, first of all, I'm going to explain a little bit how this works, because of course nothing is free, and this is nice to be here. So, first of all, the bad news: this is not free, but it's priced nicely. A flash text comes from 99 per month. Flash text means that you can come and you will have your space, but you need to get out your equipment later. And fixed desk, it's the same, but you can leave your stuff there. It's 155, and you will get this membership includes your own desk space inside a shared lab, 24/7 access for those that like to work by night. There are people like that. There is a communal kitchen, of course, where you can prepare stuff. You have access to printer, the usual stuff, free Wi-Fi, you can see. You have discounts on meeting rooms and event spaces if you need to make an event, workshop, or whatever. And then you have several events that are free if you are a member of GameLab. Nice ones, because monthly drinks. It's very nice. We drink. There are business and lab talks, stuff like that. The GameLab. Why the GameLab? Well, as you may know, the Netherlands is a nice place to develop video games. It's a very advanced country in that sense. It has a very creative community, and let's say an interesting media industry, which is related to video games, of course. And there are several let's say, initiatives in the Netherlands. One of them is Dutch Game Garden, which is very nice. It's located in Utrecht and in Breda, and I don't remember where else. But funnily, it's not located in Amsterdam. And then in the end, people like us, the gaming industry is very global, as you can see, because I'm not from this country, I don't even speak the language properly, and I have a company here. And the interesting part of the gaming industry is that one, that we don't really, we don't see the background of anyone already anymore. Basically, any person in the planet will have played a game, and you can discuss with them. So the interesting thing of the GameLab is we can find a space here in A-Lab where we can share the knowledge, which is super interesting. Already we as Radical Graphics, we share the office space that we have with another studio that they are over there. They are called the Goma, and it's very nice because every time that they have a problem, we can help them, and every time that we have a problem, we ask them the first one, hey man, how you do this? Of course, it has to be related to what you do, but they are making a platform game very interesting, so every time I have a issue with a platform game, I ask them first. Maybe they don't know, maybe they do, but it's interesting. As well, we can make workshops. We do have internships. We had in the past interns, but it's very interesting to have an intern that can be shared among others, because for them, for the intern itself, it could be also interesting. It's not the same to work in one game than another game, or to work with one people or another people. You never know. We are already moving ourselves a little bit, and we have an initial collaboration with Hogeschool van Amsterdam, because we talked with the guy who is the head of game development. They have a game development course, or I don't know how it's degree. I don't know if it's super official or not. But we talked with them, and we said, okay, maybe your students would like to see the real deal. And they were super interested. So that's one thing. Another thing is, I don't know how to pronounce that. ROC, it's basically the MBO, which is the middle school in the Netherlands. And they have a very interesting initiative as well called IMC Weekend School, where teenagers or preteens between 11 till 15 years old from less, how you say that? Less privileged neighborhoods, they have a kind of weekend school. And we were talking to them, and they, of course, they said, what, do you need people, do you need the students to play games? And we were like, yeah, we need people to play games and tell us if they like it or not. And they were like, please, talk to us, please. We need this. Because, of course, I mean, if you are between 12 and 14, on the weekends, if you are going to be invited to play a game that is not released yet, then it's like a present for you. I'm super happy. So it's also super interesting for us, because I know for a fact that all of you, if you make games, you have that problem. You need testers, reliable testers. Because if you ask your brother, your sister, or your friend, they will never be totally honest, because you spend a lot of time doing that, so they are not gonna throw shit to you. But if you ask somebody that is a little bit more, let's say cold, in that sense, he doesn't know you or whatever, or he can even answer a survey. He doesn't have to tell you, this is shit, man, I will never play your game. They can answer anonymously, so much better. Plus, you can see them. And then that's the definitive thing. If you see people having fun with your game, then your game is good. It doesn't matter the rest. It doesn't matter if I have brilliant graphics or whatever. We, of course, we would like to organize events. In this case, probably game jams, because we can extract a lot of information from that. If you ever participate in a game jam, you will know that it's super interesting. it forces you to make a game in 24 hours, 48 hours, and then you do make a game. So the worst ever, but you do it. And we have other ideas. We have ideas for self-publishing, because if publishing games is not as straightforward as everyone wants to be. Normally the markets, they lie to you because they want you to publish a lot, but it's not, you cannot be a machine gun. You cannot be publishing every week or something like that. You need to follow certain things, and there are marketing related stuff to publishing. You can put analytics on that, very interesting. You can share analytics with other studios, super interesting as well. And we have other ideas like, well, using the new technologies from blockchain, the new gamification approaches, stuff like circular economy or serious games, and it's a huge branch right now. And thanks for your time. That's all. That's all I have to say for the GameLab.